Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships and I'm your host. As I hope you're all doing well, I hope everything is going great. And today we'll see the application procedure of University of Sydney in Australia. So as always, you can just start by Googling the name of the university, or you can do what I do and Google the name of the university with globalscholarships.com. And then you will see our page for this university where you can get a lot of information in globalscholarships.com, which is, as you can see, completely free. No pricing, no create an account or anything. It's in Sydney, of course. We have about 70,000 students and 9 different scholarships. You can click here to go different scholarships that this university has. Here we have information about tuition, about admission deadlines, some scholarship results, admission results, etc., etc. And then when you want to start your application procedure, here in the admissions page section, we click on bachelor's, which takes us to this page, their international student application page. Here we have a couple of steps. Find your course and check entry requirements is the first step. Consider preparation programs is the second. 3, prepare your documents. Here we have the documents, etc. 4, check key dates. And then the application procedure. Consider scholarship and other financial support. 6, check study and work credits. 7, submit application. In short, you start by just searching for a course that you're interested in by clicking here and find your course section. Let's click on course search. And here we're going to search for our course. I'm going to just type in economics, which is my area of study. Choose economics. And of course, like if you have something else in mind, you can just look for it as well. Here we have Bachelor of Economics. I'm going to click on that. Here we have domestic and international. I'm going to choose international. You can choose year. I'm not sure you can apply for 2025 right now. I'm going to choose 2025 for now, but it's fine. Get started. Here we have the program. We get information about overview, costs, entry score, fees, duration, intake, campus location, study mode, additional info and related courses, student experience, etc., etc. And then here we have apply now. Let's click on that. Okay, so here we have 3 different ways we can go. If you're domestic and international with an Australian Year 12 qualification, apply through UAC, which I think will not be most of you. Apply here if you are an international applicant and are not exempt from the Australian government's enrollment limit. And then apply here if you're an international applicant and are exempt from Australian governments, etc. You can read all of these, but basically if you don't have Australian Year 12 qualification, in both cases you apply directly. Now you can choose year. In both cases you can just start by 2026 because that's what is open right now for application. And here, as you can see, we have an application fee, which is about 150 Australian dollars. But we're gonna need to pay that later when we finish our application. So here we click on apply directly, which will take us to their application portal. Here we have our course choice, Bachelor of Economics. If you already have an account, you can just log in. But if you do not, we're gonna create a new applicant. Okay, given name, family name, just basic personal information. I'm just going to give them some made up information here because in the end, I'm not going to send them the fake application anyway. This is just for demonstration. Okay, name, date of birth, email. I'm using a temporary email. Username, just something made up. Password. And I read and agreed to the terms and both. Let's click on proceed. Okay, so now we need to get our authentication code in our email. Let's click on send code, and then we're going to go and find it in our email address. Okay, so this is our personal information. Let's click on proceed. We have information, we have document upload. You can read all of this, and let's click on continue. Okay, course options is all of this is correct. Save and continue. Okay, so we have our details here. Let's give them. We have like title, name, etc., the residential address, contact details, residency details, documents, your course applications, and enrollment status. So let's start with this one. If known by previous name, official documentation such as a marriage certificate or change of name certificate, if you have, you can give them it here. Okay, our address, and please click Please click here if your permanent address is the same as your residential. Let's do that. Phone, let's just give something random. Residency details. Are you of Australian, Aboriginal, or Torres Strait Islander origin? Neither. Please select the language you speak at home. Turkish. Proof of your identity and residency status, such as your passport identification page. Okay, but how do I upload it? They didn't give me the box, like to click on upload. Okay. Are you currently an applicant at the University of Sydney? Let's say no. Are you currently University of Sydney student? Let's say no. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save and continue. Have you ever been enrolled? No. I'm gonna save and continue. I'm gonna go back. Okay, now the file uploader is here. Okay, so proof of your identity and residency status, such as your passport identification page and passport visa page, visa grant letter, etc. Let's upload something. Proof of your application for permanent residency, if relevant. You can upload it if it's relevant. And let's click on save and continue. Okay, here we have scholarships. Have you ever been awarded a scholarship or sponsorship to support your studies? Let's say no. Have you applied for a scholarship for which your application is pending? Let's say no. Evidence of any scholarship or sponsorship you have been awarded or applied for. We don't have to upload anything since we said no. You're potentially eligible for Sydney International Student Award. In order to apply for this award, you must submit a brief personal statement, not exceeding 200 words for each question, addressing the following three questions about your motivation to study at the University of Sydney. You must answer all three questions to be considered for selection to this award. So yeah, you answer these questions in a separate document, which has to be in Word or PDF format, and then you can upload it here. And let's save and continue. Okay, our qualifications. First, we have English language proficiency. All applicants for University of Sydney courses need to meet the relevant English requirements. You can click here, international applicant. You have to read all of it. When English is your first language, is not your first language, proficiency, etc., etc. Is English your first language? Let's say no. Have you taken an English language proficiency test within the last 2 years? Let's say yes. So let's choose IELTS, give them our test date, and then you can type in your registration number. I'm not going to do that since it's not mandatory. Evidence of satisfying the university's English language requirements, such as a valid IELTS or TOEFL test results. Well, let's upload it. Record of exclusion. Have you ever been excluded or suspended from a course at a tertiary education institution? No. Have you ever been asked to show cause why your enrollment in any course should not be suspended? No. Have you ever been asked to explain unsatisfactory progress in any course? Let's say no. So we have documents here. Documentation regarding your exclusion, etc., etc. Documentation regarding your, you get the idea. Highest qualification details. What is your highest level of education achievement successfully completed prior to this application? Let's say secondary qualification. Secondary school studies. Please provide details about your secondary education. International students can access a full list of recognized international secondary qualifications. Mandatory fields are marked with an asterisk. So you can get your information here, international guide, admission guide, etc., etc. I won't go into a lot of details because it's different for everyone, basically. Name of final secondary qualification. I'm going to just say high school diploma, state or country, completion year, let's say 2024. I don't have to fill this in. Basically, you can give them this information as well. Academic qualifications. Please provide details of any tertiary studies that you have completed or plan to complete before commencing this course. Since this is bachelor, we're applying for a bachelor's program. I'm going to leave all of this empty. And then we upload our documents. An official transcript of your academic records for each course attempted. Proof of completion of any previous tertiary qualification, which we don't have. An official English translation of any academic or supporting documentation not issued in English. Let's give them something. Written evidence from honors coursework coordinator supporting your application, supplementary forms, etc. Please provide details of any academic prizes or awards you have received during your tertiary studies. And then another document, information about academic awards or prizes you received. You can give them here, your application for credit for previous studies. Would you like to submit for an application for credit? I'm going to say no and click on save and continue. Okay, here we have a declaration. I understand that if I fail to provide my true and complete academic record, or I misrepresent, or have misrepresented my true circumstances, etc., etc. You get the idea. I authorize something, something, I agree to, etc., and I understand and agree to that. Obviously, you need to read all of this very carefully, right? And let's click on submit. But don't worry, it won't be processed, because as you can see, we do charge an application fee to process your application. So here you have to pay about 150 Australian dollars. You can click here. A surcharge will apply payments made using a debit or credit card. You can see the surcharges here. Basically, you click on pay now, and here we have Sydney student fee payment, credit card. You can click on process payment. You can choose Alipay, etc. If you wish to have a receipt emailed to you following payment, provide your email address here. You can do that or click on continue. And here is where you give them your card information, credit card information. And that's pretty much it. After you pay this, your application will be submitted and processed, and well, it's done, basically. So I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe for more content. We also have live streams every Friday. You can come and ask any questions that you might have. We also have memberships now. So if you want perks like high priority in comment section, polls for future videos, or access to our Discord server where you can get more like direct support for your applications, check them out. And that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. Bye.